Hello everybody, this is Tim from Mainly Muscle Cars along with cameraman Ken, and we are looking at a 1970 Chevelle. Now this is a Malibu, a really neat car, a lot of cool stuff, kind of makes this a very unique one. This is mostly original paint. Now you can tell around the headlight buckets those have been repainted, which really isn't a surprise because they take so much of the stone chips and such. But for the most part, you're going to see almost all original paint. There's some patina here and there. You can see some thin paint, especially on top of the driver's door where you'd have your arm out the window and such like that. And there's some stone chips and such, but very cool car in that you really don't have to worry about what kind of lies beneath. You know, certainly very cool car just to leave as is. I mean, how many 1970 vehicles do you see in their original paint? Which is a pretty big testament about the condition of the car and how it's been kept through the years. Real neat things on this one. It's got a 454 in it. Of course, it's not the original one because this isn't a super sport. But real nice running 454, mild cam, good exhaust. Got a 4-speed in it, and it's the close ratio, which would make it an M21. It's got a 12 bolt in the back of it, so very much like you would have found a super sport in the day with the front power disc brakes. It's bucket seats, it's console, it's got the super sport dash in it. So for all intents and purposes, very, you know, super sport equipped rig. Not a rusty car at all, very, very solid. Original trunk pan with the original spatter paint in it in good condition. You know, of course, some stuff is going to have been upgraded over time or changed out. You know, seat upholstery is beautiful. Just a really nice car. Now, spring-wise, it has brand new coil springs all the way around it. Somebody's added a rear bar on this one, so you can actually go around corners. Equipment-wise, it's really set up just to kind of get out and drive. Like I say, it's the cam isn't too big. Everything seems to work right. So if you're looking for a driver Chevelle, and this one's pretty much a no-guilt driver, you know, because there's little nicks and you'll be able to see them. You know, so if you do get a stone chip or something like that, you're not chipping a $10,000 paint job. All right, we've got a lot of traffic on the road today, so I think our performance test is kind of out. We've got a fair in town, and we've got a lot of traffic everywhere. But gear-wise, this 454's got good power. Now this is a good driver. It's got just enough of a cam where it sounds good. However, if you're going to be out and about and driving hard, it's going to be very rewarding. Really good torque on this one, good horsepower. Anybody can have fun just because that instant just off idle torque. You know, and they're not high RPM motors unless they're built for it. So, you know, you're looking at red line of about 5,000 on this one to be safe. You know, keep it alive. It makes good power. You can feel it. She's pulling good and strong until 5. But like I say, it's today with just the fair in town. We don't have a good chance to kind of take her out and stretch her legs. All the highways have got a lot of traffic on it. So, but driving it out around, nice and smooth. The engine has great. We're cruising about 2,300 RPM. Feels nice. 4-speed shifts real nice. This is a close ratio, so you have that taller first gear, and then second gear, third gear, fourth gear. They all come pretty quick. Equipment-wise, it is really set up nice. It has a 12-bolt differential in back with a sway bar. Keeps this thing handling. A lot of the GMs, if they don't have that rear sway bar, especially with that coil spring setup, they tend to wallow really bad in the corners. This one feels nice and tight. It's a good planted feel. It has the bigger wheels as well, so you're not, you know, wallowing around on those 15-inch tires. So a very rewarding car to get out and drive. It's not a drag race car. It's not a road race car. However, you can certainly row through the gears, have a lot of fun. You can actually go through the corners, which is pretty extraordinary, you know, for most Chevelles. I mean, there's a lot of guys out there adding the better springs and sway bars like this one has. And you can take them in corners, put them in. Very good car to drive, though.